Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Gen X channel. My name is Mitch, and this is my very first live stream on YouTube for this channel. Today, I wanted to edit a video on Filmora Wondershare. It's my favorite video editing software, and I wanted to do it with you guys. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments, and I'll answer them as best as I can. I'm not a professional video editor, but I've been editing videos since 2016-ish for my music channel. So I produce professional music videos with the help of, with a team, of course. I've used a few different softwares over the years, such as Adobe Photoshop, Premiere Pro. I've used, sorry, not Photoshop Premiere Pro, but Adobe Premiere Pro. And I still use Adobe Photoshop, but Filmora Wondershare, and I've used, what's it called? It's another, I can't remember, but the Windows one and all this kind of stuff. So I have some knowledge in editing videos, and I just want to share what I can with you guys. So let's open the program, Filmora Wondershare. When you open the program, this is what happens. This is what happens right here. You see the home menu kind of thing, so you can click programs. But let's pretend this is the first time we open this program, so we're going to go ahead and create a new project. All right, because let's pretend this is going to be my new project. So this is what's going to be opening up. This is the workspace. Very similar to Adobe Pro, but way more simple, and I find there's a lot more features in the software that's ready to go, ready to make YouTube videos and all that stuff. By the way, guys, leave a comment. Leave a comment in the... Tell me who's watching. Tell me who's watching. Say hi. I want to see who's watching. All right, so first we have this empty project platform here. We will import videos. So there's many ways you can drag and drop. So you can open your file explorer on your computer, drag and drop the files in here. You can click import right here and import media files or folders or directly from a camera, but we're gonna keep it basic today. We're going to keep that basic. If you have any questions, let me know, please. Okay, so we have import. We're going to import from here, and I believe you can import right from here as well. Okay, I like to click this one, and today we're going to be editing a video for Brave Bold You. So Brave Bold You is a channel that myself and my wife Doris, we are partners with, and we take care of the editing for that channel. And her name is Crystal Gale, and she's a life coach. And let's go check it out. You should check out her channel. The link's going to be below, not right now, obviously, but after the video is going to be, after the live's done, we're going to put the link in there. But for now, so here's, so let's go, it's this video. So she filmed the clips here, and then she sent us the clips. I downloaded the clips. They are here, part A, B, C, D, E, F. So we're just going to choose all of them and then open those up. Open those up, and now this here, create proxy. I wanted to talk about this a little bit. Create proxy file. If you don't know what that is, these are basically if you click yes to this, Filmora will produce lower resolution file versions, lower quality versions of the same clips that you use to edit. The reason why is because if your computer is kind of slow, and you're playing around with 4K files like we are, so those are 4K quality resolution files, and you're editing in a older computer or with a small, cheaper or a smaller graphics card or smaller processor, it's gonna lag, and it's gonna lag. It can freeze. It can do all this kind of stuff. So you create proxy files that you use to edit, and when you create the video at the end, when you render the video, then the files get replaced for the high quality files. But my computer is pretty new and it's kind of fast, so we're not going to do the proxy files because it takes a while and it takes more room on the hard disk. So I rather not, because my computer can take it. So I'm clicking no here to create the proxy files. You can always create them later on. Okay. All right. So what you could do is you could just highlight all the files and just drag them in the timeline. So this is the timeline right here. Okay. But what I like to do is because I think the order is wrong, so I don't want to put them all in there and then they're in the wrong order. So I like to kind of put them in order first. So this is part B, part C, part A. So I'm going to start with this one.
Have you ever caught yourself?
There you go. Now, it's asking us right now if we want to keep, if we want our project setting to be 3840 pixels by 2160 pixels at 50 frames per second. This is what it says that the media, the clips are at. Or it's asking me if I want to keep the project settings at 1920. That's basically 1080p resolutions at 25 frames per second. We're not going to do that because I want to keep the high quality 4K quality, which is 3840 by 2160. I want to keep that quality. Okay, I want to keep the 4K plus 25 frames per second. We never worked with that in Canada. I think this is an Australian thing, 25 frames per second. And 50, this is wrong. The clips are not 50. I know for a fact they are at 30 frames per second. We're going to keep this, we're going to match the media, basically. But first, I'm going to double check. So, but you can always, you can change those, you can change those settings after. So you go to File right here and Project Settings, and you can change it. So what I'm going to do is, I know that they're not 50 frames per second. I don't know why it's doing this, but I'm going to change that to there. You know what? We're going to go double check. I'll show you how to check that, to double check, because you want to have your project setting basically the same frame rate. It's okay that you change them, but then your computer's going to work harder. It's going to add missing frames or remove frames to match the project setting. We don't want to do that. We want to keep it like it is. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Crystal Gale right here. And I'm going to go here where the files are. And then I'm going to right click on one of the files. So so I'm right clicking here, Properties. Now, not sure if you can see that. It's maybe a little small, but if you go to Details right here, it's the tabs at the top here. It'll tell you the frame width, the frame height, the data rate, the total bit rate, the frame rate. Here's the frame rate, 29.97. Okay, this is kind of standard for 30 frames per second. So 29.97. So we know for a fact that that's what they are. So we're going to go here again in the project settings, and we're going to make sure that we're at 29.97 frames per second. Okay. This is okay. This is okay. This is the 4K UHD, and then this is fine. So we're going to click OK. Now the project is set exactly like what our clips, what the clips are. Okay, so that's what we want. Now we have our first clip. So basically, we could render this and that would be a video. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do some editing. So this is the timeline, okay? So if you press the space bar, or you can click the play right here.
Have you ever caught yourself in the same pattern, the same habit that you keep trying to break?
The video plays and you can hear the audio. All right, so right now we have the video clip and it's combined with the audio clip. Let me put this a little bigger here so that you can see. Okay, so these little bars here are just to kind of move the clips or move in the timeline. By pulling this up like this, we're just putting the clip a little bigger so it's easier to see. So you see all these little wavy things at the bottom. This is audio. Those are waveforms. So that's basically the signal of her voice. Okay, so we're going to keep that there for now because I'm going to explain why we're going to keep that there for now. So now we have the video. What I like to do is I like to go at the bar at the bottom here, and it's got to turn like a little hand right there. And then you can zoom in and zoom out if you go left or right. So I'm going right, it's zooming out. So now we see the whole clip. Okay, we see the whole thing. All right, so either you can start editing this clip, but what I like to do is I like to put them all in there first. Okay, so now B.
So you've started to slide down this hill and you've had...
Go. Oh, it's asking me that again. We're going to go... I see the difference now. Match to media. It's thinking that it's 50 frames per second. No, it's not, Filmora. But that's okay. We can tweak that. We've fixed that. But now it's saying keep project setting at 29.97 frames per second at 4K. So that's where we're going to click now for this clip. And it should do that for all the other clips, I think. Let's see. So we got part A, we did that. Part C, now part C is here. We're going to just, so it's snapping to the end, on the end of the other clip. Let me see here. So ABC, where's D? D's here. There you go. He's here. E and F. This is F. Now that all the clips are in place, as you can see, there's green check marks here on these files. So that means that these files are in the timeline when we're using them. So we don't want to delete these. We're using them. So here's Crystal. This is Crystal from Brave Bold You. And we're going to edit this video. But first, the first thing that I like to do when I'm at this point, make sure you save. Save lots. So see, it's not saved yet. So I'm going to have to save this now for the first time. This is a one-time thing. So I'm going to call this one. So this is video 21 for us, for Brave Bold You. And we're going to call this one, what's the name? How come I know better, but I don't know better? So that's the name of it. How come I know better, but, oops, I don't do better. Don't do better. Okay, bang. Here we go. So now it's saved. Have the habit of saving after as many times as possible, I guess. It does have an automatic saving feature, but I don't chance it. I always save as much as I can. And sometimes you can get caught up in editing and forget to save, and then your computer crashes or something, run out of electricity goes down, and then you're stuck redoing work. All right, so make sure you save. But like I said, there is an automatic save, but you want to have the habit of saving as much as you can. So now we've saved this, and it's ready to go. So this is the length of the video. So notice how it's we're over 10 minutes. We're at 10 minutes and 45 seconds. But what we're going to do is we're going to, it might be a little shorter, it might be a little longer, we're going to see. What I like to do at the very beginning is look at the video, because we want to make sure that we're happy with uh, the zoom, like if we have to zoom or not, if we have to rotate the video, or the color. If we want to adjust a little bit of the color, we want to do that now before we start chopping all this video all over the place, because it's going to, by chopping the video to create transitions and all this kind of stuff, um, it'll create, like right now we're playing with 6 clips. So sometimes I can end up with about 200 clips after it's all cut up. So I don't want to have to go and color grade, or zoom in all these clips. So I do it right away. Same with the audio. Okay, we're going to tweak the audio if we have to. So what I like to do is, as you can see here, the video is, let me put this a little bigger here, is my, I don't know if it's in the right place. Maybe I can move this so that you see the timeline better. Maybe I'll put it smaller, okay? I'll put it myself smaller, and I'll put it somewhere, not sure, maybe here. So I'll put it right here so you can see everything else. All right. All right, guys. So I see that 3 of you guys are watching, or 2 of you guys are watching, 3. Please like, subscribe if you haven't, and please leave a comment. Let me know who's watching. All right, so now, as you can see here, if we look at the video, right now the video is kind of tilting on the left. It's not quite straight. Plus, we see this odd thing there on the left side. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna first, I'm gonna rotate the video a bit so that it looks straighter right here. So so how you do this, when you double click on the clip, it brings you to this area where you can edit, where you can modify, you can transform this clip. You can scale it, you can rotate it, you can blend it with another clip, you can select the opacity, you can, you can do something with the background. You can have a drop shadow, or you can do all kinds of things. But we're going to keep it basic. You can have a mask, AI tools, that this is more advanced stuff, and you can have animation to it, but this is more advanced. And then you have the color one, the color area, where you can tweak the colors with the full lumetri right here. And then the advanced color wheels right here. And then we got the audio stuff. There's a lot of stuff, but we're not going to go through all that. We'd spend hours and hours here. Tonight is basically the basics of it, the editing of it, which is kind of what we're doing now. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to rotate. I find that if we go about 1 degree, it helps a lot. So this is 1 degree. We don't want to go too much, because it's going to, we'll have to zoom in more if we go too much, because we have to hide some of these, and her head is already at the top, so I don't have room at the top here. Okay, so now let's see what it does when we zoom in a bit. So this is the zoom in. We're going to keep these locked so that it zooms both. Here's the so I'm zooming in just like that, and then I'm going to move right here. Oh, this is for down and up. I'm going to move her a little bit here, and because I'm trying to minimize the zoom here. See, right now, if I do this, I can probably shift it left some more like this. There you go. and then a bit down, or up, I mean. And I think we're good. Let's see here. No, we're not good. Let's go up a little bit more. Oh, this is, we want to hide that. Yeah, so we got to go bigger like this and then up here. Perfect. All right, so there we go. So we're going to click OK on that. Okay. See how that looks way better now. It looks straighter and we don't have this weird thing on the left side, and this looks really nice. So what we're going to do is I'm going to double click on that again. Here we're at 104.48%. We're going to keep that on we're going to round off that number, let's say 105%. There you go. And here we're going to go 1.72. Let's go minus 2. And then here we're going to go minus 65. Minus 65. We're just rounding him off because I still don't know how to copy these settings on all the clips. I'm not quite sure how to do this yet. If you know how, please let me know. Because yeah, so what I've been doing right now is basically 105 minus 2 minus 65. So I go here, 105 minus 2 minus 65, and so on. And I do that for every clip. 105 minus 2. But I feel like there's a way to do it that's much more efficient. So if you know this, please let me know. 105 minus 2. Did I say minus 2? Minus 65. There we go. 2 more. 105 minus 2 minus 65. There we go. All right. Oh, one more. 105 minus 2. No, not there. No. 105 minus 2 and minus 65. All right, there you go. So all the clips are the same now. If we go here, yeah, they all look the same. Oh, I forgot the rotation. The rotation. So if we double click on this, we have, yeah, it's 1 degree. We got to do 1 degree on the rotation as well. 1. So I'm just clicking the 1 with my left hand. There we go. So now we have all the right angles, I believe. All right. We're going to save again because we like to save the project often. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to basically Okay, so now we've took care of the rotation, the zoom, all that kind of stuff. So now if we cut those clips, these settings are going to apply on every clip. So we don't have to kind of mess around with that in the future. Now the audio. Let's look at the audio and see if we have to modify the audio. Because again, we want to do it now instead of before we cut the clips. But you know what? I discovered, I think last week, that we can apply the audio setting to all the clips in one shot. So we can do that later. That's right. Okay,
Have you ever caught yourself in the same pattern, the same habit that you keep trying to break?
Here, there's a big. So see right here. Not sure if you guys can see this, but Yeah, so you see the wave, there's a big spike in the wave here. So I just want to make sure that the audio is okay here. So it
Help
goes.
you break those patterns. Let's get into it. Okay, let's do an experiment. I realize I'm wearing black and it was probably not the best color to wear.
Okay, so it's all fine. It's all good. Okay, so now we got the video. So now what I would do is cool. We're four. You guys are four. I don't see any comments though. Right? Still, leave a comment, guys. I want to see. I want to see who's there. Come on, come on. And if you have any questions, ask me some questions. I'm gonna try to do this once a week. Now, this is the first live stream, and I know I got a long ways to go for the quality of it. Um, but I'm gonna be doing I'm doing my I'm going to do my best to provide you the best quality as I can, and I know it's going to get better over time. If you just joined, this is the first live stream, and I'm pushing myself to do these live streams. It's not very comfortable for me to do this, but that's why I'm doing it. It's to conquer this fear and to get better at my communication, get better at speaking on a camera and all this stuff. And that's kind of what I teach, or what I talk about on my other videos that I release every Mondays. And I'll try to do a live stream every Thursday for you guys. And I think it'll be fun. I have a lot to share. I want to do YouTube growth. I want to touch gear stuff, editing, video editing, obviously. But I'm passionate about. I'm a very nostalgic person. I like the old things. I wanna bring in a vibe of the '80s. The video games, movies, all this kind of stuff. Old music. I'm a musician also, and I like the classic rock, all that kind of stuff. And I wanna share that with you guys on this channel. But it's a brand new channel, so I haven't niched down yet. I'm experimenting right now. I'm trying to find my voice and what I'm the most comfortable with, and what resonates most with you guys. So let me know in the comments what you like, what you don't like. That would be very, very helpful. Okay, so let's move on. So we got the audio. Let's say the audio is fine. We can modify it later on. So what I like to do is I want to make sure there's no pause at the beginning of the video, because we want to keep the key here is that at the beginning of a video is to really engage as fast as possible. Okay, so I'm just gonna play it and see how it feels right at the beginning. I'm gonna raise the volume here.
Caught yourself in the same pattern.
Okay, before files. Now, my computer is fairly new, so it can handle big files, but at full quality. So here there's another option that you can use. The player, if you play it in the full quality, sometimes it can lag. So what I do is I put it to a quarter quality. It'll just make this video as a lower resolution, which is fine for editing, okay? And then it'll be smoother, especially when this line is red. When you see a red line over here, it's because it's unedited. It needs to be rendered for you to watch it smoothly. So we're gonna do that pretty soon, but not yet. We're just gonna kind of start. And so I hope, guys, that this is not too much information at once. It's pretty basic stuff, but if you're new to this, it might be a bit confusing. I know it was for me at that start, but don't worry about it. And you can always, ask a question, and I can talk about something again, or dive deeper into one of the topic or one of the items. But it comes with practice, and that's all it is, right? Okay, so let's start at the beginning. I see if you look at the wave at the bottom here, there seems to be a quiet part before she starts speaking. So again, we want to remove these pauses.
Have you ever?
Exactly. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring it about here. Now, so now it should be better. But look at this. Now we have a gap here. We have a space here that I would have to manually delete. I would have to click on it and then press the delete key like this, and then it would push everything over to eliminate that space. But I have to manually do it. Sometimes it's useful, but most of the time you want to do this. So I'm gonna back up here. I'm gonna say I just backed up here. We're gonna click this little button right here. Okay, so this is the ripple effect, auto ripple. So you click that, and if we go like this, shorten this like that. Okay, we like this, it will automatically move and it saves a command. So it saves time. So that's what's going to happen. The more you're going to practice this this video, the more you're going to do this, the more you're going to get better at it, and the faster you're going to be. When I edit, I'm way faster than this. Obviously, now I'm taking my time and I'm kind of talking at the same time. But you're going to find ways, and hopefully I can teach you some ways here to speed up the process. So I use a lot of the audio to find the spaces, to find the space. So I see there's a space right here. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, so now as soon as we start the video, she's going to start talking, and that's what we want.
Have you ever caught yourself in the same pattern, the same habit that you keep trying to break?
There you go. So there's a pause here, okay? We're going to remove that. Okay.
Trying to break? Perhaps you've asked yourself.
All right. We don't want to remove the whole thing to keep because it feels like she wants to have that pause. It feels like she's trying to make you think. But we're going to remove a little bit anyone at the beginning. Because again, when you create videos and you want to, and your goal is to grow your channel and gain subscribers, you need to get people to watch your videos, and you have to keep them watching your videos so that they actually subscribe, and YouTube likes you because people are watching, and then they push your videos out to more people. That's if you want to grow. That's if you're just doing that for fun, no worries.
To break. Perhaps you've asked yourself.
Okay, so that feels a little better. I'm just going to shorten it a little bit more.
Trying to break. Perhaps you've asked yourself.
Let's go a little more.
Trying to break. Perhaps you've asked yourself.
All right. So let's see how that feels. We're going to go back. If you press the home key, it'll bring the cursor right back at the beginning.
Have you ever caught yourself in.
Okay, let's do that.
Have you ever caught yourself in the same habit that you keep.
Sorry, there's an audio thing that's going on right now.
Have you ever caught yourself in the same pattern, the same habit that you keep trying to break? Perhaps you've asked yourself, how come I know better, yet I'm not doing different? I hope that today's video helps you.
Okay, perfect. That sounds pretty good. We're going to remove a little bit of this here. Like that. Whoops. Okay. So like that.
Doing different. I hope that today's video helps you with this, because I'm going to do a little demonstration to show you how our brains get wired with certain pathways and the magic of creating different pathways.
All right. So let's see, it froze up right here. Sometimes it freezes up because they're 4K files. And actually, another thing is this is the first live stream that I'm doing on YouTube with this setup. So I'm not sure if you're actually like seeing this video clearly and if the sound is good. So that's, if you guys could comment. I don't see any comment. I'm not sure if it's because you guys don't comment, or if it's because I don't see the comments. But I'm here, I see the comment box, but maybe it's because you guys aren't commenting. Okay. Please comment. I want to see a comment. It would make me feel like you guys like to watch my videos. By the way, guys, like I said earlier, I'm a musician and I used to do live stream, and I did monetize a channel before. So that's what we're trying to do here with Brave Bold You, obviously. And we're trying to do that to my channel, the Gen X Guy channel. So I've monetized the channel before, so I have some knowledge on how to do it. And if you have any questions regarding that aspect, how to grow, get subscribers and all that stuff, I'm not a master, I'm not a professional, but I kind of have some experience. This is a different niche, so this is kind of new for me, the speaking thing. But I'm gonna be doing some live streams as well, playing music. So if you guys are into that, be sure to check out the Mitch artist page, so the Mitch channel. And if you're into life coaching and all this kind of stuff, this is Brave Bold You, the Brave Bold You channel that you can subscribe to. That would be cool. Okay, so let's move on here. What I'd like to do is
keep trying to break.
So we're going to go for another about 20 minutes or so. Obviously, we're not going to finish the video. It takes much longer to do. But I wanted to do some. Let me look at my list here. We did importing videos. So setting up Filmora properly before you start a project. So making sure the frame rate is okay. And so that you maintain the actual quality of your videos, because sometimes it can you're not if you're not aware of it, you render your video and all of a sudden your video is only high definition instead of being 4K. That's a big difference. So especially nowadays, because keep in mind that a lot of people are watching YouTube on TV, and people are getting the biggest TVs I ever seen. So the TVs are getting huge. So if you're watching a 1080p video, which is 1920 by 1080 pixels, it's not going to be as clear. It's not going to be, streaming quality. It'll be a little blurry, maybe pixelated a little bit. So the 4K nowadays is really important. Because, like I said, a lot of people are watching on their TV. Now, a lot of people are watching on their mobiles as well. So that HD looks pretty good on mobile. But if you can do 4K, do 4K. And the only problem with 4K, I find, is it's got... it takes a lot of room. So you need a lot of hard drives. It fills up a hard drive pretty quick. So what I do is when I film my content for my channel, I film the content and then I only keep what I'm using. The rest I throw it away, because otherwise I would have to kind of buy a hard drive every couple weeks, every few weeks. So because 4K takes a lot of room. So that's the only downside, but I mean, the image is crystal clear and it's really, really cool. It's really nice. All right, so again, yeah, so the basic setup, the importing videos, we did that. And then the major tweaks, you want to do the major tweaks before you start chopping these clips all over the place, especially the video side, unless you guys can educate me on how it's done afterwards. But I know that to zoom in, I can't figure it out this right now. The audio though, we can do it after. I know how. We can select all the audio clips and apply the any setting to all the clips out in one shot. All right, so now we're editing, and we've talked about proxy files, which is you can create proxy files. Like at the beginning, if you said no, you can always go to, I think you go here.
So you've started to slide down this hill and you've had so much fun, so you keep doing it over and over
Pause this.
again. And
Whoop.
this is actually how.
Let's pause this. So if we right click on a clip, you can go here and create proxy file. If you find that your computer is lagging and you tried the 4K but it's lagging, create proxy file. The only thing is you're going to have to wait. It takes about, depending on the size of the file, like the length of the file, it can take up to an hour to proxy all these files. So you might want to do that before lunch, and you go eat, and then when you're back, it's proxied, and then it'll be smoother when you edit. Now let's do a transition here. So here up here you got stock. So this is our media. Here we got stock media. This is supplied by Filmora. You can you can click on them and it'll show your preview right there on the in the preview panel, and you can use all these things. But you see that little pink diamond at the top here? That means to get these, you need to have a premium version of Filmora. So that's another expense. But there's a lot of free stuff. But when you click trending, that mostly is not free. But there's a lot of free stuff, like this is free, this is free, this is free, and then you can search all kinds of things if you want. So that's the stock media. There's video, so you can search. Let's say we can search man walking, search, and then it'll give you all these options of a man walking, all these clips. You can use that as B-roll. If you don't know what B-rolls are, is basically when you have someone talking like this, and then you can have clips of B-rolls. You'll notice that next time you watch a video, people are you're watching somebody talk, and then it goes to another scene where it's a man walking or something. Those are called B-roll. That's B-rolled, and we don't use too much in Crystal's videos. We chose the simple way, very raw, very one-on-one, basically coaching. We chose to do that because we like it, and people seem to like it. Okay. Now, what else do we got here? We have the where was I? Okay, now the audio section, basically all kinds of stock audio. So let's say Hello World, click on that. It's a little song. I'm assuming you can hear that. Okay, so this is a little song. You can also search. I like the sound effects. Like we'll do one now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go. Okay, so we'll come back to audio a little later. Look at titles. Titles is basically you can put you can write something on screen.
How come I know better, yet I'm not doing different?
We'll do that a little later. But first, let's go to transitions. All right, transitions is sometimes you apply an effect moving from one clip to another. Before we go to do that, I just want to mention here we have effects. You can apply effects on your shots, like this, for example. It's just
how come I know
it's a blurry kind of thing.
Yet I'm not doing.
Then we have filters where you can basically change the color of your, like
How
this. See
come
how
I
I'm changing
know
the color now?
better, yet I'm
Okay.
not doing
And then we have
different?
stickers where we could have like something like subscribe, like this here,
How come I know
right?
better,
We can
yet
change the
I'm
size.
not
We can move that
doing
anywhere we
different?
want.
I
And
hope
then
that
templates, we can save our projects as templates, or we can download templates from Filmora and start from there. Okay, now let's go to transition. So let's try a fast wipe right like this. So what I do is you click it, you hold the click, and you drag it down, and you put it where you want. So what you kind of want to do is put it in the center of that splice. Oops, I put it on the wrong side. So in the center like this. So let's play that and see what that does.
how come I know better, yet I'm not doing different? I hope that today's
There you go. So there was a little wipe. Let me see if that's the right
trying to
place.
break. Perhaps you've asked yourself, how come I know better, yet I'm not doing different? I hope that today's video helps you with
All right. So I find that it's not swiping fast enough. So what we can do is we can shorten the time of this. So like this. So now it should swipe faster.
different. I hope that today's
Oh, that's a little too fast, I think.
different. I hope that today's
It's not too bad, actually. Let's, before we change the adjustment, let's try, so we're swiping, right? Let's put a sound to this swipe. So we're going to go to audio, and we're going to go to sound effects right here, and then you can search. So I like to search like a swoosh. Swoosh, they give you a whoosh, whoosh sound, whoosh, whoosh. They give you the example here. So let's see what this sounds like. Okay. Ah, I like this one. Not sure if you can hear that, but it goes like this. There you go. It's a fast swipe. So I'm going to take that and put it in the on the audio track right here. The audio track right below it. Now I'm going to zoom in at the splice, and I'm going to move. So right, yeah, I'm going to move. See the wave here? You can see the wave. You kind of want to align that with the splice. Now, remember I told you about this red line earlier? Now this red line means that it's not rendered. So if we play this, it might be choppy. It might not. The transition might not appear as it should appear. So what we're going to do is we're going to render. So right here, there's some toggles right here. There's some buttons. This little button here, render preview, you can either press enter on your keyboard or click this little button. This little window is going to open up, and it's going to start to render the whole video. But what I like to do is, right now we don't need to render the whole video because it would take 7.5 minutes. So see how the line turned green now at this point? So it passed the transition. So I'm going to cancel now because I just wanted this to be rendered. Oh, a little freeze. Oh, by the way, speaking of freezes, we're going to save our project. We haven't saved in a while. Okay. Now, let's see this transition again.
doing different. I hope that today's
There
video
you go.
I'm not doing different. I hope that today's video helps you with this because
Cool. There you go. So we got a little, so now it adds more to the swipe. There's a sound with the swipe, so it adds more to this thing.
doing different. I hope that today's video
Cool. Well, let me see here again.
I hope that today's
I find that the sound is late. So let's move the sound. So see how it's snapping right now, and I can't really, it's magnet, like it's giving me a hard time to move it. Press N, as in Nancy, on your keyboard, and then you can move it in smaller increments. So I'm going to move it here, let's see what it sounds like now.
Different. I hope that today's
Yeah,
video
see now it's more timed with the actual movements.
not doing different. I hope that today's video
Cool. Awesome. Okay. So we got a transition now. So let me show you something else. Let me show you something else here. Now let's say we're done the video. Let's say we're done the video and we want to kind of play around with this color here of the video, but we don't want to kind of modify all the clips and then we don't like it and then we have to remodify all the clips. So what we can do is we can add a filter like this. And what I like to use is kind of the contrast one right here. And then you can add it on top because it's layers, right? So a video is layers. So if you put something on top, it'll appear on top. If you put it underneath, whatever's on top will appear first. And you kind of understand what I'm saying. Hope so. Here's the filter that we're going to put above the video. So now it's not snapping because I got to press N again. So there you go. Bang. Now, so this is a contrast filter, so it added more contrast. But let's adjust this. So we're going to go here, let's say. Oh. We're going to double click this. And there's a opacity. So that means we can put it a little less. There you go. All right. Let's see what that looks like.
break those patterns.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
That's way nicer. Okay. That's way nicer. Perfect. Another one I like to put are, we'll do that a little later. But yeah, there you go, guys. So here we have some of the basics of video editing in Filmora Wondershare. Again, it's a software that's really, really user-friendly compared to Adobe Premium Pro. It's built like, let's say we'd be ready for exporting. You have this button right here to export. You click on that. It's giving you the option to export to DVD. I'm not sure if you're going to do that, but or Vimeo, TikTok, YouTube. You can connect directly to YouTube, or your mobile, or on your computer. So let's say you go to YouTube, you fill in your description, your categories, all this kind of stuff if you want it private and stuff like that. And then you can edit your thumbnail straight up. You can edit your thumbnail right here in the software. You can either choose a frame or upload an image. So let's say we pick this frame, let's say. And we decide to use that. You click Save. It's a little slow. This window should be popping up. This computer is a little slower than my other one. So there you go. So you have the thumbnail here that now we can edit. So you can choose a template. Let's say we choose. So if I choose the normal template here, or let's say we choose this normal template here. This is the template, and see how this is now the picture in the back here. So there's all kinds of things you can do here to create a nice thumbnail. Once it's done, you save it, and then once this is all ready to go, you export. It'll export directly to YouTube. Your video is going to be ready on YouTube, ready to go. So that's a cool feature. And then there's local. You can basically do that right on your computer. So it's very easy, very friendly. There's also you can screen record. You can record your voice over. Let's say you want to record a voice while the video is playing. You can do that. There's a you have space on the cloud for you to store videos and files. It's getting pretty big, a big software. It's getting robust, and I'm pretty impressed with it. I like this change. Like I said, it used to be more basic, and that's why I went Adobe Premium Pro. But I was always racking my brain and constantly on YouTube trying to, why is this happening? Why is this crashing? Why is this? What is this warning? How do you do this? And very, very complicated. And I mean, it seems to be a very good program. Obviously, I think they use it to create universal blockbuster movies, you know. But for us 40-year-old creators, we need it simple, people. We need it simple. So yeah, so again, thank you so much for joining. Who joined? I wish I would have seen some comments, but that's okay. I'm gonna do another live stream next Thursday now, and I'll try to improve something in the live stream. And if you have any questions, by all means, ask me the questions. And stay tuned for my next video, which is going to publish Monday. And it's going to be a 30-day speaking challenge that I did on camera. And the results, I'm quite surprised by the results. It's a very cool challenge that I'm going to encourage you guys to do it too if you're scared of speaking to a camera. And yeah, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Help me grow this channel. And like the video, share the video. And I will see you next time. Have a good night, guys. Cheers.